Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks like you. If you're new to our show, we cover the geek news beat and we share our opinions, which there are always a lot of them. And I am your
A
host,
lot.
Chuck. And with me, we have Randy.
What up, Geek Beast, man? Let's do this. So, what we talking about today, Mr. Babb?
We're talking about D23 and some ancillary things outside of D23. But Disney had their big convention, D23. That's Disney 1923. It's the fan club, and we're going to talk about that today because they made
So
a
what
lot
went
of
down?
announcements.
Okay, so what went down at D23 that we want to talk about?
The question is what didn't go down at D23.
All right.
So every Marvel and Lucas trailer Disney released at D23, they hit Willow, and that was the thing that got me quite excited. I think we're in the age of fantasy. We just went through the age of superheroes. I think we're back on fantasy now. We have Lord of the Rings. We
Game of
have
Thrones, with House of Dragons.
House of Dragons. We have Willow, which I'm quite. It's a sequel to the 1988 film, and it's the
What you
wizards who few people believed in, and they came across and they helped the baby out, and it was just amazing. And now they're back, and it looks action packed. Did you see the
Yeah.
trailer?
I have not seen the trailer for Willow because, quite honestly, I wasn't that excited about Willow.
Really?
I saw all the other trailers and I'm looking at this. The original one came out in like 88. So, I was a little kid when Willow came out. And I just don't remember it that well enough for it to drum up my interest. So is it a sequel or is it a remake?
It is a sequel. It is officially a sequel, and it
Okay.
looks badass. I'm so excited about it. I mean, everything about it has romance in it, has hardcore magic, got warriors. It was like the closest thing we got to Golden Axe back in the day. It was like Willow's closest to Golden Axe. So I'm quite excited. They got the original
It-
cast back. So I'm really, really
okay.
into
So
this.
I'm looking at the trailer. It looks cool. It's cool. So I mean, I'm interested, and I am in agreement with you said that maybe we are back in the world of fantasy, and we got to talk that other one too that the one we did on binge where with all the women. What was the name of that?
Oh my God. I forgot.
Don't worry about it.
We,
But like
we
that's
watched
another
Shadow and Bone. We watched
Shadow
a
and
bunch of
Bone.
fantasy.
Yeah. So I think we kind of are trending in that
We're
era of fantasy.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. Tommy Ayime, she has her book, The Children of Blood and Bone, and that's basically fantasy in
Right.
Africa. And then we
I'm
also on
super
top,
hyped for that one.
and right behind Willow, they made the announcement of Percy Jackson and the Olympians as a TV show.
Uh,
And
uh,
you're not
uh.
excited about that? I'm excited about that too,
Okay,
because
I
it's a
read the
modern day
first two
take
books.
of
Yeah, I read the
fantasy.
first two books of Percy Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
and I was excited for the movies, but the movies failed to live up to expectation for me. So it kind of soured me on that franchise because what they were doing with the visual representation. The books are great. I would encourage anybody to read the books.
Yeah.
Movies were not impressive to me at all.
Oh man. But I'm quite excited about those though. I'm quite excited about
I
Percy Jackson.
reserve judgment for Percy Jackson.
Because it's a modern day take. So it's fantasy
No,
in our current world. So I'm really excited
Well,
about it.
well, Percy is the son of Poseidon.
Poseidon. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's a modern take. So like again, I would encourage anybody to read the books. It's just the movies. The movies didn't live up to the hype for me.
Okay. And something else that happened at D23, they went knee deep in Star Wars, of course, right? So they came in with Andor, another trailer for Andor, and it kind of got me excited for it. I saw it
It
and I'm
got
like,
me super excited
I
for
was
it.
like, Andor may be really good.
I thought it was the trailer that they just put out. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, this might be good. And I know it's not your favorite, but I enjoyed whatchamacallit. What was
The
it
Rogue
was
One.
I enjoyed Rogue One. I thought it was a good offshoot Star Wars property. And so this is that same
Man,
character, and it looks good, and it's giving Star Wars a darker and a more grittier feel, a more
yeah.
adult feel.
Mm-hmm. The grid of it all. Like I
Yeah,
was like,
and
this
so
was
I'm
kind of
for it.
impressive, actually.
Yeah,
Um, where we learned about Cassian Andor and who he really is. I was like, this looks actually good.
yeah.
I hope it goes somewhere it's never gone before. Um, it looks pretty good. I'm quite excited for it. I hope they show characters and they bring a lot of Easter eggs into it because you don't have
I
any
would
Force
imagine they have
users.
to. Yeah, because we don't have any Force user. We got Saw Gerrera in there. We got some characters in. Yeah, I think this gonna be a hit, man. I'm getting excited about it, and I wasn't at first. And visually, it looks amazing. Like, look
It
at this.
does. It does. It looks like their visually best looking property, live action property.
Yeah, and it's like
Uh,
it's the space part, the fighting parts. Yeah,
mhm.
man, this looks good.
It does look good. Something else they came back with is the Mandalorian. So they, we knew it was coming, but this first
Absolutely.
trailer kind of sets the tone of it. Like, you think
So
your
we're
dad was the only Mandalorian?
right,
You know
and
who
so we're
we
getting
are?
the Mandalorians back.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I always wanted to show where they turned the Mandalorian to the Mandalorians. And I still want that. I still want it to jump into a singular, like how Alien would turn into aliens. I want this for the Mandalorians, where you're like, oh, there's not just one, there's a whole lot of them.
And I think that you're getting your wish. I
You're kind
think
of
that's
getting it.
where
I think
we're
I am getting my wish.
trending into that direction
Mm-hmm.
because we see several Mandalorians in the trailer.
Yes, yes. And that has me quite excited as well. Um,
Yeah,
Bo-Katan, I knew that she broke off when he broke off and she told him you can't be with us because you took off your helmet, but I thought she'd be cool about it. But she doesn't seem cool about it at all.
because she's a Mandalorian. That's what they do. They
But
don't lack
she's
on
taken
their
off her
rules.
helmet before too.
We'll see how that is addressed in the series.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm quite excited about
Because in
that.
whatchamacallit, she was in the last series they had, she was kicking his ass as he had the saber, was giving him the business,
Yeah,
training him how to do things. Yeah.
yeah, she was. She was.
Yeah.
She
Yeah, the
was.
Mandalorians are dope. Look at this. Yeah, man. So we
I,
might
I
get a world
I
full of
wonder how they're gonna
Mandalorians.
plug Moff Gideon in this world too.
I don't know. I don't
Because I'm
know.
really curious about that. And then the last thing that really got me excited, and you're not going to hear this often from me. So,
Why is that?
yes, y'all can say, I see you back on that wagon. You talked all that mess, but you back on the wagon. Star Wars Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the
That
MF and Jedi.
out of all the trailers that they dropped, this
Mm-hmm.
is the one that I am most excited about. And there are shorts. There are like what a bunch of shorts there, and
Yes,
they talk about Jedi lore or give us a look at Jedi's from the prequel. So from the trailer, we got to look at Dooku. We got to look at
young Dooku.
a young Dooku. Yeah, young Dooku. We saw sort
Yep,
of a
baby
strengthening
Ahsoka.
of the relationship between Ahsoka and Anakin. That looked
Mm-hmm.
dope. A younger Yoda. We saw a younger Mace Windu. So man, I'm all in my feelings
Yes,
about this one. I think
yes.
this gonna be the dopest one, and it's from the makers of the Bad Batch. And the
Bad
Bad
Batch
Batch,
and the Clone
yeah,
Wars. So you know it's gonna
yeah,
be good. You know it's gonna be
right,
good.
the Bad Batch is one of Star Wars' best properties.
It is. It is. It is. So I'm really quite excited for this. I hope they have 13 episodes, each 10 to 12 minutes. I'm really
Uh-huh.
excited about Ahsoka. We already know how I feel about Ahsoka. She's my favorite lightsaber user, my favorite force user ever. And
Mhm.
this is it. This may be it.
But look at this, we got a young Dooku out
We
here
got a young.
doing
We do.
business.
We do. We got
Now
it when he
remember, Dooku,
decided to go against the Republic. When he's like, "Yo, all
yeah,
the states need to be separated." So, which
yeah.
came first? Did he become a Sith before he decided to go to
Oh,
the rebels, that were against the Republic, saying we all need to be independent states, or was he on the independent state side? And then Palpatine came to him as Lord Sidious and said, "Join. I'll help you get everybody liberated."
I would also like to see him because he was Yoda's Padawan. So
Yes.
I'd like to see some of that in there
Mm-hmm.
too. So like we see him as a Padawan, we see him as a Jedi, and then we see the convergence over to becoming a Sith.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
man, it's got a lot of potential here for this one. I'm all for it.
Then they went into some other stuff. They went into Marvel, of course, right behind it. And with
You
Marvel,
didn't seem excited about that. Your tone changed a little bit.
no,
Are
no,
you
no, no. I'm excited about
okay?
Marvel. I'm really
Okay.
excited about Marvel. I'm gonna go over the light stuff we already knew about. She-Hulk. We knew She-Hulk. They're gonna continue
Yeah.
She-Hulk. We knew
Right.
they were gonna do that. So I want to throw that out there. Then they talked about Fantastic Four. They said November 8th, 2024. They didn't give us much detail on it, but we know
And
we're getting mutants now. We know we're in the age of mutants.
are we in the age of mutants yet? Because Fantastic
Fantastic
Four
Four is
are
in the
not
world of
mutants.
mutants,
Yeah, but they're
right?
not mute. They're not
They're not
mutants.
mutants, but they exist with mutants. We know that.
Yeah. So
And
and they
we
did
had Charles Xavier already in another
and,
multiverse.
right. And we had Charles Xavier and whatchamacallit, the last one, Miss Marvel. Uh we got she's
her
she's
genes
a
are
mutant.
different. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, her genes. Well, yeah, I just make the conclusion that she was a mutant.
Yeah.
So we got that, and then we technically got Charles Xavier and Doctor Strange. So yeah, I mean, I guess we are in the age of the mutants. We're just not in the age of the X-Men yet, but we're in the age of
Yeah.
the mutants. That's fair.
Yeah. Now let me get real excited. One of the first things they showed that that got me amped was Armor Wars. So Armor Wars is from the old chapter, the old
Mhm,
book of Marvel, and it's Don Cheetah's back, and
mhm.
it's about all the sentient beings, not the I want to say Ultrons, but something similar to Ultron and these suits. And we know he's going to pass the suit to somebody. Is Riri going to be in this too? Has Riri?
That's what I was wondering. So when
Yes,
is it supposed to drop? When is
they
Armor
have.
Wars?
They have not given us a date on Armor Wars drop. We know it's a TV
Okay,
show. That trailer
right.
looks intense.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering, do they? Because we know she's in Black Panther 2.
Mm-hmm.
So do they drop it there? So does Black Panther 2 drop November, and then we get the series as as maybe
Afterwards, like she's
as
there.
yeah, right? She's there, some explanation, and then we go into
Mm-hmm.
her
Then she run up
as
on Don Cheetah and bust Don Cheetah's ass.
or if she creates some high tech thing that Don
So
Cheadle was like, whoa,
yeah, her suit is
whoa,
way beyond Tony Stark's suit,
yeah,
apparently.
yeah, yeah, because she's a genius, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we get an
She
image of Tony
reverse
Stark.
engineers. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we get an image of Tony Stark and we get the Iron Man mask. So I'm bet you in we get Riri in here
I bet you we did too. I bet you we did too.
because it would
Then,
only make right.
yep. Then I'm gonna go to some offshoots first that seem kind of interesting.
Okay.
Werewolf by Night will be Marvel's second entry into horror because Sam Raimi's Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is considered the first horror film. So we get the werewolf film, Werewolf by Night, special presentation. I'm quite excited for that too.
Yeah, this looks real horror. This
It
is
looks like
like
real horror, like
this
classic
is gonna be
horror.
fun. Right, classic horror. So
Mm-hmm.
the trailer looks good, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then they tease us with the Thunderbolts too. Like, hey, we're gonna teach you Thunderbolts. Here's the cast of the Thunderbolts. Here's who they are. You know, I'm like, come on, Marvel, y'all got to come on. Don't even do us that way. Don't mention
So
unless you got some screen time for us.
right. We
And
got Defunct in the chat. He said, I hope the actual Werewolf by Night keeps the spooky puppy presentation used in the trailer.
yeah, I hope so too. I hope it's like this is corny, but I love every minute of it. It's like the Star Wars Christmas special, but better.
Star Wars Christmas special was terrible, though,
I
man.
thought you heard what I said. The Star Wars Christmas special, but better.
Uh,
Like nobody asked for it, but this is good.
We got agreed. I want it like Grindhouse, but Marvel. That's dope.
Yes.
That's a dope
Max, Mr.
idea.
Max to the Max, thank you for joining us. And for those that are new to our show, if you're in our chat, we do pull you in and you become part of
Yep.
the show.
Yep. We will include your comments in the
We
show.
include your comments in the show. Then the thing that excited me the most, I want to give a drum roll almost.
All right, here we go.
Secret Invasion. MFing Secret Invasion. Oh my goodness.
Sam, we got Sam back here,
Sam
baby.
back.
We got Sam back in the starring in the Marvel universe.
Starring
Yeah,
in the film without the eye patch yet.
Yeah, man.
After the scratch. So I'm like, yo, and I'm so excited about this. This has me quite excited.
Yeah. And we get to see Sam be Sam. Badass, kick ass, doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all for this.
Me too.
I just wonder where it fits in the overall phase. Like, where does it? Because we're in what, phase 5 now?
Who knows? Do we know? Do we even know?
Chat? Does anybody know what phase we are in the MCU?
In what phase this falls in? Do we even care? Does that even matter anymore?
I don't think it does.
I think we just watch the movies as they come out. That's the only thing we can possibly do. I think on Disney Plus they barely know the order of all this stuff.
It's hard to kick off because I want to say whatchamacallit, Ant-Man kicks off phase 6. I want to say I read that.
I think so too, but I don't even look at it that way no more. I look at Marvel's just long lexicon of just a bunch of films, cross genres, across ideas, and they just happen to all live in the same world.
Okay. Dafunkk said, I think we're still in phase 4. Infinity Saga was 1 through 3.
Okay.
I'm not going to dispute you.
Yeah, we could still be in phase 4. I'm not sure if Sam Jack drops in phase 4 though. This may be phase 5. It doesn't matter because they're in the multiverse, so it can be anywhere. It can be anywhere. Like right now, we're in the multiverse phase, basically. But
we need to get to the multiverse. I think we need to really start to deep dive into the multiverse. I'm tired of us playing around with it.
Mm-hmm. So Disney didn't just stop there, right? They said, hey, we gave y'all that. We told you what's on the passive screens, whatnot. But let's get to the interactive side. So Disney came out and was like, yo, we got this new visual novel that's kind of a game, but not a game, but it's a game. And it's called Tron Identity.
And it looks dope.
It does look dope.
It really does look dope.
It looks amazingly dope.
Mm-hmm.
So Tron Identity came out, and then they showed the ride. They're like, hey, we're going to show you the ride too. And they showed the ride next to it, and that looks dope. I watched that ride in Shanghai. I'm so excited about seeing it when it comes to Tomorrowland. I'm really excited about it.
Okay, and Mr. Max says the new ride at California Adventure is supposed to be versus a multiverse. Thanks, I think, right?
Yeah.
And also, I'm down for the Tron any day. We are too.
We are too.
We're down for it as well.
Yeah, we're quite down for it. I'm excited about the new ride. So also, they had the Black Panther and Captain America game, which will start in a mysterious new title. So they have both Black Panther and Captain America in the video game. They stand in front of an image as World War II era Paris. So that's not T'Challa. I think that's T'Challa's father.
Yeah, because there is a comic, and there's an even old series where Captain America comes to Wakanda, and the Black Panther kicks Captain America's ass, beats the crap out of him. Like, I know you a good guy, but you do not come into Wakanda without our permission. So I wanted I wanted as a follow up on there because the Black Panther, his father, he gives him the business.
Yeah, Reginald Hudlin actually made an animated series for BET.
Yeah, that's where that's why I think that's where I saw it on was BET. I think that was like one of my first introductions to Black Panther. And
I have that DVD.
Do you?
I own the DVD. I own the physical DVD of that.
Yeah, this is about a decade before Black Panther came out. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah,
you got Claw in there, lots of T'Challa. Matter of fact, T'Challa's a young kid in that.
He's a young kid in it, and T'Chaka was like, "Yo, I know you're a hero, but you don't come into Wakanda unless we let you into Wakanda."
Yeah, gave
him and Captain America's like, "You know who I am? I'm Captain America. You can't stop me." He's like, "Shit."
He was like, "You're not going to use Wakandan tech against the king of Wakanda because the shield is made out of
vibranium."
Yeah, he's like, "Nah, you don't even know where this comes from, do you, fam? We made this. You're not coming in here doing anything.
Don't think that shield can save you. It works against those people where you from, but it has nothing against me." Then he throws the shield at him, he catches it. He's like catches it in his hand and throws it back at him. Like, come on, dog. Really? Is this what we doing out here? That's what we're doing. So I'm quite excited about this game. I wonder if it's going to be a 2-player game or whatnot. There's been a lot of multiplayer games come out for like DC Gotham Knights and whatnot. So I'm really curious to how they're going to play this game. There's a new Wolverine game coming. So there's some other games coming as well. They're not talking about. Something else that's coming that has me excited is Marvel's Midnight Suns. Speaking of multiplayer, it's set to release in December. It's like a dark take of some mutants, and it's a team-based game. So I'm really interested in how that's going to come out and how that's going to play out. And then there is the Niantic announcement. So Marvel's made their Niantic announcement. So they have their Pokemon Go style of game coming.
Okay. Mr. Max asks, who are all for the poster images? Cap, Panther, and the 2 others. I don't know.
Yeah, the 2 others. Yeah, I shaved. I'm gonna let it grow back in because I don't like it. I look too young. But yeah, in the image is very interesting. Azuri. There's Steve Rogers, Captain America, Azuri, and Gabriel Jones. And they're all part of the Howling Commandos, which is Captain America's team.
Okay, I'm not familiar with Gabriel Jones.
Yeah. Gabriel Jones, he's a U.S. soldier who is also part of the Howling Commandos as well. And you know, when Captain America gets frozen, they go help Agent Carter.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So that's quite exciting.
Somebody just said that's T'Challa's grandmother.
Oh, really?
The Nerdy Entrepreneur said that's T'Challa's grandmother.
Grandfather. Yeah, grandfather.
Grandfather.
Okay.
Oh.
Azuri. Oh,
he's the grandfather.
Azuri is the grandfather. That's interesting. Nice. Did not know that. I did not know. So he's T'Chaka's daddy. Nice.
T'Chaka's daddy.
So he's definitely gonna whip that Captain American ass.
Put them paws all on him. Yeah. It's like I went to Africa and got my ass kicked, boy.
Okay. The most exciting game announcement I've been watching for a while now. And it's simple. It's a card game. It's a collectible card game. And they say it's as easy as solitaire. So all of us are going to play it. Marvel Snap. And what makes Marvel Snap so good, it's like Hearthstone, but it's played as simpler than Hearthstone, more like a solitaire. They have the closed beta going on right now in Australia and in some other places. But man, this game looks amazing. You literally get cards of your favorite character from all the eras of that character. So there's probably like 40 or 50 Spider-Man cards, and they're all different.
You know, we should play a game, man, because
and it's all digital. It's all digital. Right?
Yeah, we should play a game.
Yeah, when it comes out, it's set to come out October 18th. You play on your PC, you can play on your mobile device. and I say sign up for the beta, sign up for the closed beta for the American release. But right now they're balancing the game. But yeah, it's like, okay, I got my Storm, you got your Storm. They have voice
Let's go
actors
back.
to them. When you play the
Yeah.
cards, they talk to each other.
Yeah, man, that sounds
And they
dope.
did great. Like you look at the trailer, it just looks amazing. They have like 8-bit characters. They have all art styles, 3D characters, and they play different and they battle each other.
I'm for it, fam. We got to get
Yeah.
a game going when it drops.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do. We do. I'm excited. I'm really excited about this game. So that's the game I'm excited about.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the trailer. I love it. Visually.
And outside of all of this, Disney dropped something, and people did Disney Plus, besides Disney Plus Day announcements, they dropped something that people didn't realize. So
What's that?
they dropped this really short thing that came on Disney Plus. It's here today. If you have an iOS app or Android app, you have to download Remembering. Disney Plus is Remembering. You download Remembering, and it's the AR portion of the game of the actual the film. It's a short film, 8 minutes. But Remembering is about imagination. It stars Brie Larson,
Mm-hmm.
and and it's a short film about her losing her imagination, and her imagination goes somewhere because she's an adult, and her imagination meets her at a young age and goes back to her.
In this kind of
And
virtual
it's all yes. When you
environment.
watching the film, your phone do a timer and go 8, 7, 6, and you hold your phone up in front of your screen, and it actually puts it in AR. So
Yeah.
it's a river that floods out, and there's dolphins jumping in it,
And
butterflies
flowers
everywhere, flowers
blooming.
bloom all around your
Yeah.
room. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's
It's
based
really
off what's
cool to look at.
mm-hmm,
Because at
mm-hmm.
first I was like, what am I doing with this? And then I saw the countdown start. And then when this countdown started, I saw the river come out in an AR experience. Then the flowers started to bloom, and then the stars shot across. And y'all, it looked really cool.
Yeah, that's the future of television. So Disney Plus gave us the beginning of future television. We have right now 3 generations of children that know nothing but tablets. They don't even look at a television really. And this is the way they can get them back onto the television, something like this. That as you're watching a content, you can look at your phone, your mobile device, and it says, look, point me at the screen. I gotta show you something. Boom, and something special pops up.
I'm thinking like I think it's dope. I hope it expedites this. Can you imagine you watching House of Dragons and the dragons coming out at you on your
Mm-hmm.
phone or various fight scenes that you see? You get to see them doing like a VR experience, and it doesn't have to be everything, but yeah, that could be
Just
dope.
moments,
Imagine a
just
fight
certain
scene.
moments.
Yeah, right. Just certain moments, like the fight scene we had in House of Dragons a couple weeks ago. You know, you see dude running on the storming the beaches, and he's cutting off people. Like you get blood flying at you and things like that. Just certain little moments to make it stand out. Or if a dragon lights something on fire, you see the fire coming out. Man, you could do some really cool stuff with
Yeah,
this.
this is the beginning.
Yeah,
And like I said, once we whittle this technology down to a contact lens, it's over that by the end. We're looking
yeah.
at everything in 3 dimensions.
I'm
So
for it.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
And
hoping this
and,
is
and
a kickoff for the
Disney made
holiday
it
season.
quiet too. They were like, hey, we Elijah Allen Blitz, who they announced it when they showed the trailer for it. They say Emmy winner. Elijah's like, I was the producer for that. I got an Emmy off of this.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah,
Why do
so
you think they made it so quiet? Why do you think the announcement was so quiet for it?
I think it was announced it's a test run. And people that are interested, they'll go for it. But I don't know why they made it so quiet. Like that
Yeah.
should have been the talk of the show. Like they should have
You would
they
think it would have
you would think they would have it on D23 on the screen in D23,
been.
actually play it and tell everybody to download the app and test it right there.
Right.
So everybody can
Right
have their
there.
mind blown.
Right. And then you go back, everybody's talking about it. It gets news coverage. Everybody's
Mm-hmm.
downloading the app. But maybe the infrastructure wasn't built it big enough to
It only works
support
on
a lot
certain
of people.
iPhones, right? You have to have like an iPhone 12 and newer.
Yeah.
The Android device is even probably more weird. So it may be like Samsung 21 and newer. And then Pixel 6 and newer, Pixel 3 and newer. So it gets a little bit weird. So when you show it, so you want to make sure the people that experience it, that it actually works for them.
And if it doesn't have the right, like if you don't have the right iPhone, it creates a bad experience.
Yeah.
So then people are like, well, I tried it on my phone and it sucked. And
because I got an iPhone 6.
Right. Right.
And why do I gotta have a new iPhone to make it work?
I gotta have a new iPhone to do it? Right.
I like my iPhone with a button.
I like the plug-in headphones. I don't need no wireless earbuds.
Exactly. There's a whole bunch of people think like that.
Yeah, right. And that makes sense.
Yep. I think that's all the D23 we could talk about. We really spent the whole entire day talking about D23. We'll get into the more news we have tomorrow because we have some other interesting stories, but we'll talk about those tomorrow.
Nah, man, I think it was appropriate to talk about all of those things because there was a lot of good stuff out there. We talk about like 5 trailers. We talked about a new Disney app, some games. Yeah,
and we didn't even get into the Disney amusement park stuff, all the amusement park stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it was appropriate for us to do this.
Okay. With that being said, that concludes our show. Shout out to Digital Click for making us look good. Shout out to Rodney. Great job doing the technical production and directing of the show. He crushed it. Today, he crushed it. He was on top of it. Y'all saw samples of all the trailers and stuff we saw. D23 is Disney's fan convention, and it is their version of Comic-Con, and it definitely is that.
Appreciate for everybody to put comments into the chat, yo. Keep supporting.
Yeah, the Nerdy Entrepreneur. It is my area. We didn't get into my area too much. I don't tread too far into that because there's a lot of things I can't talk about that I'm privy to. But yeah, we'll talk about that one day. That happened one day. With that being said, y'all have a good night. Anything you want to say to him, Randy, before we get up out of here?
Man, thanks for coming out. We'll be back here, same back time, same back channel tomorrow.
What are we talking about in Bingeworthy before we get up out of here?
Well, Bingeworthy isn't until Thursday, but to promote it, we're talking Harley Quinn season 3, Bingeworthy, Thursday night, immediately following GeekBeast. So we're going to evaluate that using our unique Bingeworthy scale. So be on the lookout for that, everybody.
It's not Wednesday, it's Thursday because Harley Quinn's last episode comes out on Wednesday night. Yep.
So we're going to we're going to be the first people to give you a full review of the entire season.
Yeah, for Harley Quinn. With that being said, peace.
Peace.